Okay, we'll be right for questions for Coach Kyle Pope. Rob?
Last week, Coach Seymour mentioned that this defensive end group is the deepest he's been around. How's the competition been as a result of that?
Man, I think we lead off of competition. I think that's where it starts in this room. I mean, you got a lot of guys that's hungry. You got guys with experience now. So right now, every day is a day to compete. Those guys understand when they hit the field, and that's a job on the line. And I think the beautiful part about that is the competition brings ability on the field. It brings those guys working hard. It brings guys ready to finish. It brings guys understanding, hey, he has my back, but I got to compete every single day. They know that there's competition and there's talent in the room. So those guys are ready to compete each day. You can't take a day off in camp, and that's how I like it.
I think last year you had some injuries early in the year. Kind of younger guys had to kind of step up in that role. How much different is it this year to have built so much depth in that room from the transfer portal and guys getting more experience? How much different is it depth-wise as far as this position?
I mean, of course, you got guys that has experience. So for us, it makes it different because now you got guys who've done it. You got guys who's experienced and it's not thrown in the fire and they have to sink and they can't swim. So right now it's to a situation to where this guys is in there that has leadership. This guys is in there that knows what it looks like, that knows how you want it. So when you say this and say that, okay, coach, I got you. I see what you're saying. I see how you want it, and it's on me to go get it done. And it's on us to go make it happen. And I think that's the beautiful part about it. Like when you're dealing with the freshmen, they're gonna do everything to get it right. Sometimes it's gonna take a little minute for them to get it right. And with these guys, it's like, okay, coach, we get it. We see the writing on the wall.
Yeah, speaking of the transfer portal, you obviously bring in Jordan, you bring in Noah Carter as well. Looks like Noah was kind of flying around there today. What have you seen from the two of them, obviously, as now that you've been through a full spring and now you got them into fall camp a couple days in?
Man, I think of course, with Jordan, you see him, he's a specimen. Like he's a good-looking kid, but he's not the one that just looks good. I mean, he flies around. He's a big body that runs around, that plays fast, and that plays physical. I mean, the motto's fast and violent, and he epitomized that in everything that he does each play. And with a guy like Noah, I mean, that guy there does a lot of different things. I mean, he was a receiver in high school. So to see what he's grown into today and what he does now, it excites you to see, okay, what you can get out of that guy in the fall. And it's very exciting, as well as a Tajay McCoy, another guy. And those three guys are transferring in this past spring. I'm very pleased and very excited for what they've shown, not just through spring ball, but to this point of camp. And those guys are ready to go lay it on the line for Georgia Tech.
Gotcha.
Coach, obviously, we know you have a lot of depth on this team, a lot of good veterans. But I just want to ask you about the young guys. How are the freshmen looking for you, and maybe those second-year guys that don't always get talked about enough?
Oh, for sure, man. The freshmen looking good. Like, right now, as you look, I get so excited about, like, a Jordan Woods. A big body. He's still a baby, but he's that pup that want to go bite. He don't know how, but he going to do everything he can to try. You know what I'm saying? So I still get excited about the Jordan Woods. Lex Willis, a guy who's going to try hard and work his tail off. But then you go to those second-year players, like the Andre Fullers of the world, even the Montre Bradfords, the Jordan Boyds, like those guys have stepped it up, but they also have those older guys in the room with them to see, okay, I get it now. I don't have to be front line, but I can be with these guys and I can get examples of how it needs to be done so they can grow. And it's been growth in every single one of those guys. And those guys attack it, they're ready to grow, and they're ready to compete because they also have the mentality of, hey, look, I may be a second or first-year guy, but I'm going to try to go and work this guy in front of me.
Yeah, I was going to ask about Boyd and Bradford. They have a couple of years in the program now.
Yep.
Is this the year where you're looking for those guys to step up and be the leaders out there on the field?
Yeah, definitely. I think for me, it's like even when you walk in the door the first time, I'm expecting you and I'm upholding you to a certain standard. And I think with Amontre and with Jordan, like Amontre started multiple games last year, so he has that experience now. Amontre is the prime example of he needs to get his feet wet, and he did. And right now with Amontre, he's just like Jordan. When you walk in the room, you can't miss him. But for me, don't just walk in the room to where I can't miss you. Walk in the room to where, hey, I got no choice but to feel you in here. And that's how it is on the field with him right now. And Jordan Wood, he brings a dynamic, Jordan Boyd, he brings a dynamic of, hey, coach, whether special teams or defense, I can contribute to this team at a high level. And that's what I'm excited about. And those guys have paid their dues every year. Not guys that want to jump and leave, like they are dedicated to Georgia Tech, and they put the work in from their body to their mental to their performance on the field. And those are the type of guys that helps this program continue to grow. And I'm excited about it because those guys have a role this year that's going to be huge for us and that's going to help us succeed.
Alex?
New defense coordinator, I would talk about Coach Seymour. Last year you had two kind of separate positions, strong side defense and more of a rush. And is it kind of similar this year, or are those positions kind of more interchangeable? Is it kind of similar or the same, or kind of talk about that?
Yeah, for us right now, in the room right now, those guys understand both. Like, it's multiple what we want to do with them. You know what I'm saying? So right now, it's not so much of, hey, we're putting you in this box and that box alone. Nah, I need you guys to be able to do more. I need you guys to be able to handle as much as I can throw at you. That's going to allow us to be a good defense on Saturdays, hey, on Thursday to start the season. So right now, those guys are going to be able to do multiple. I'm going to ask them guys to do multiple. I'm going to ask them to do a lot. So then it's about picking up the call and answering it and getting it done.
Anything else for Coach? Rob?
The depth that you do have on the outside, did that allow you and Coach Simpson to move Christian inside?
Yeah, I mean, he brings so much, and we're going to use him in multiple ways to whether it's inside, outside, like he's a guy that has an athletic ability at that size that's just different than a lot of guys that you may see. So he's going to allow us to do different things on defense. Whether he's helping us inside, whether he's helping us outside, he's going to be able to help us do multiple things, and we're excited about it because Christian's going to be explosive, quick, get some mid matches, but also he's going to be able to hold the edge for us. So he's definitely going to be able to help us.
Najee, if you want to wrap us up.
Sure. Coach, I know this is just the second week of fall camp, but ideally, where do you want to see this group at the end of fall camp as you kind of prepare and towards the end, you're getting ready for the season? Where do you want to see this group achieve and be at?
Man, great question. I think right now for us, as we finish this fall camp, we walk off the field at last practice. I want everybody to see, hey, we're a fast and violent group. Not just a fast and violent group, but we're a group that's grown. We're a group that right now, you can't look at us and say, hey, there's expectations. Look at us and say, hey, these guys are exceeding any expectations for this group. And I think that's the biggest thing. You don't go get depth for nothing. You don't go get experience for nothing to go out there and be the same group. It's time for us to get to level 2 of things. Level 1, bam, we mastered it. We're good. We understand the X's and O's. We understand to be where we're supposed to be. Now, let's go execute at a different level and in a detailed manner to where we got no choice but to be successful. And I think that's the biggest thing. I'm looking for this group to grow. Not just them, but I'm going to grow with them. And that's what I'm excited about a lot. It's a high expectation for this group, and I'm ready for it every week this year.
Awesome. Coach, thank you.